So, John, okay, we in the middle of February. It's like basketball heaven right now. Which one would you rather? Would you rather go to Houston and catch the Tigers take on the Houston Cougars, one of the top teams in the nation, or hear me out? Would you rather go to All-Star Weekend and catch Ja representing the Grizzlies?
I mean, Utah is pretty nice right now with the snow falling down in the mountains and go skiing and whatnot. But I think I'd rather see March Madness for high school basketball right about now because there's been some interesting games of late, and going into this weekend, there could be some upsets on the rise we never know about.
What are you talking about?
Some Carterville games at district tournament action, and some Harding games for district tournament action as well. And then in your coverage area, where at?
Oh, wow. It is district tournament time.
Alright guys, my take one this week, there's some district tournament games already in action as of today, Wednesday, February 15th edition. Fayette Academy boys 65, Hebrew Academy 51. They played last Thursday. And then this past weekend there's some games as well. USGA 53, Harding 34, St. George's 68, Fayette Academy 41, ECS 65, Rosemark 58. And good year for the Rebels under their first year new coach. Trinity 60, North Point 58. That game came down to the wire at Trinity. And then yesterday, Tuesday, Lausanne 51, 47 USJ. So congrats to the Lynx on advancing. We're going to talk about this later, but Mr. Granberry had 30 points in that one. Seth Granberry. St. George's 52, Jackson Christian 44. I tell you what, Secret Heart can score some points. They scored 96, ECS 76, FACS 67, Trinity 56. And then in games yesterday for the girls, it was Covington 67, Brighton 55. Or boys action, I'm sorry. Girls action, JCS, Jackson Christian 62, ECS 29 on Saturday. North Point 42, TRA 28. Fayette Academy 64, St. George's 26. So congratulations to Brandon Bradford and company in that one. FACS 67, Jackson Christian 42, Trinity 65, Harding 41, USJ 30, North Point 21. And then Fayette Academy got a huge win again for Coach Bradford and the Lady Vikings, 51 over Lausanne 34. And we'll talk about some other games in the area that are coming up soon later on in the show. Alright guys, my take two this week. I gotta give a special shout out to Mallory Collier for sending me a video message over the weekend regarding being a Miss Basketball Finalist. Not just for her, but for the Bartlett High School community as well. Yeah. And we'll listen to that segment right now.
Being considered as one out of 3 Miss Tennessee Basketball Finalists for Division 4A is truly an honor and really special to me. I remember going to a Power 5 basketball camp in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And although I was in middle school, I was able to play up with the high schoolers. And at the time, I didn't know that I was on a team with Miss Tennessee Basketball representative, which is Madison Hayes. And now she is my future teammate at North Carolina State University. Now that I've been chosen to be a Miss Tennessee Basketball Finalist, it is a really special honor to me. I'm super excited about the opportunity to represent my state in the sport that I love. And I think being a Miss Tennessee Basketball Finalist will add a positive light to our Bartlett basketball program. Hopefully it will motivate and inspire other girl athletes to work hard and know that the sky is the limit.
All right, my take three this week, Thomas. There was some interesting conversations this week regarding Mr. and Miss Basketball across the state of Tennessee. But first of all, TSAA Hall of Fame was introduced also this week. Okay. So I do want to give a special shout out to the late Jim Hines for basically being elected into the Hall of Fame. So congratulations to the Hines family and all of the Briarcrest community and the ECS community and everywhere he has coached as well in the past. So congratulations to Jim Hines for being in the Hall of Fame.
A legend around here, and they do a great job of making sure West, Middle, and East Tennessee is represented in Murfreesboro every year. So he's a great representation for West Tennessee this year.
Congratulations to Coach Hines again. Mr. Best Basketball Finalist, Thomas. We'll start out with Division 2A. Kind of surprised, but it's not local, that I'm surprised that it did not get in. It was Elia Del Rosario from Webb School a 6'6" post player that averaged 22 points a game and 16 rebounds a game and 4 blocks a game. I got to see her up close and personal this couple weeks ago regarding when they played Arlington. And I tell you what, Thomas, I think she should have been up there in my opinion.
See, that's the thing about when you cover high school sports. Although technology is getting better, people have more phones and cameras, and they're putting stuff out there, but we still don't get to see all these kids play. You got to see her play in person, and you were impressed. But the guy way over in Chattanooga to the guy way over in Johnson City to the guy in Nashville to the guy that's in Jackson, you know, it's hearsay. So yeah, it's really weird when picking these finalists, but those stats sound very worthy, very impressive. So,
and she's going to LSU on top of that, top 5 team in the country right now.
Yeah.
Division II AA, we did get a player from here in town, Miss Clarkson from Briarcrest, who has been basically prevailing the Lady Saints pretty well this year, going on her senior season.
Yes, she's a very strong player, and like you said, the stats verified, the team record verifies it. That one of those difference makers that, you know, they should make a nice little postseason run.
And then 1A, we didn't, locally, we didn't have anybody. 2A, we didn't have anybody. 3A, we did not have anybody. But 4A, we just talked about with Mallory Collier from Bartlett, who's a North Carolina State commitment signing. And she's doing some great things for Lady Panthers up to date right now, and I think she should be a finalist as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. She's the X factor. You know, a lot of teams hard to match up her, not only her size but her skill set. And as we heard from her discussion, very intelligent player, and she has good guards to work with. So that team should, you know, make a nice little postseason run. They should be playing into March. I'm going to say that for the Lady Panthers. And when you go to the next level, ACC or SEC. We mentioned LSU, now NC State. That's when you know you're playing high-level basketball.
All right, for now, so congratulations to Mallory Collier on that. Now we're going to talk about Mr. Basketball. Division II single A, guy that you're familiar with, Mr. Seth Granberry from Lausanne, who scored 30 the other night against USJ. So congratulations to Seth Granberry, and I have seen him up close and personal as well a couple weeks ago when they played at North Point against Christian Gillian and the North Point Trojans. But Seth Granberry has changed his game around completely regarding point guard, shooting guard, and shooting the 3-ball pretty well as well.
Has he really changed? I covered him for 3 years. He's always had that skill set. He can shoot the outside shot. He can be the floor general, and then he can drop 20 and 30 on you and take over the game. You know, cut to the basket. He can penetrate to the basket. He has that skill set. He has that knack that you can't coach into players. But Jewel Gates put a lot into him in 3 years. That trust was the first thing. He let him play a lot as a freshman. He was the point guard as a sophomore. Then that junior year, which was a couple shots from being very special, he told you, you're the man. And Steph went out there and proved himself. Going to Lausanne has improved him even more physicality, got in that weight room, got the body stronger, and his game's only going to get better. I hope some college should be smart enough to get him on the next level, because I honestly see him playing in the NBA one day, because he just has that kind of skill set.
Absolutely. So any college coaches out there, look up Seth Granberry on Twitter. He's got a lot of videos out there as well as we speak. Division II AA, we did not have a single person, but a player that I think that
got another snub.
Yeah, so I got another sub. I think Jacob Gazzo, forgive me if I'm pronouncing the last name wrong, but the 6'6" post player / forward for Briarcrest, who's 30-2 right now on his senior year, 18 points per game and 6.5 rebounds per game, and he's going to Ole Miss. And Briarcrest is 30-2, their first 30-win season in school history.
And we're only in
mid-February. So congratulations. I think Jacob Gazzo should be on that list.
See, you know, a lot of players, they're being honest. Yes, I'm going to a SEC school. I'm D1. Yeah, my team is kicking some behind and we're doing good. But those kids want that accolade. To be a finalist for Mr. or Miss Basketball is important to them. And to be on a team that's won 30 games, you're going to Ole Miss, and you are the clear-cut best player on the team, and you're not nominated. Had they forgot West Tennessee is good at basketball? So.
I guess so. 1A, we didn't have a single person. 2A, but we had Jordan Allen from Memphis Hillcrest, I believe. Yeah. So Hillcrest is a Shelby County school that's done pretty well as of late. 3A, we had a familiar name on there. Thomas, you're in your coverage area. You've seen him up close and personal lately. Demarion Yates from Fayetteville. He was on the show a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
So congratulations to Mr. Yates on that accomplishment as well for Fayetteville.
Can drop 25 in a night with the blink of an eye. He's pretty good.
And then 4A, another player that we're familiar with, in Brock Weiss from the Houston Mustangs, the 6'10", Mr. Do Everything on that basketball court for Houston. And like you said last week, he could be the dark horse, for that Houston Mustangs.
Yes, when you're that tall, you should be a factor in a lot of things. And Brock, his name would be mentioned around here for our West 10 Media Athlete of the Year coming on down the line in this summer, because he was phenomenal in football, and now he's translated that size, that athleticism over to basketball. And they're going to scare Bartlett throughout February. Oh, sorry, Panther.
But anyways, he's also a St. Louis University commit. So congratulations to all Mr. and Miss Basketball Finalists from all the coverage area and across the state of Tennessee. And we'll see who wins on March 13th, 2023. And that's my take 3 this week. All right, Thomas, it's March Madness for high school basketball.
Don't you mean February, friends?
No, it's March Madness.
Okay, CBS.
For high school basketball.
Look at him up, CBS. Okay. Yeah.
Let's take 4 time. Thomas, first of all, some games this week, or that are getting played this week as well. We got boys games. Harding for their region. Lausanne is playing St. George's on Friday at 6 p.m. So Lynx and St. George's Griffins are going to be battling on the basketball court for that one. And then Secret Heart, who I just talked about, has been averaging like 90 points their last game.
Yeah.
Versus FACS and Coach Welks over there at 7:30 at Harding. So I think that those 2 games will be definitely interesting point of view, because those games, well, you'll see like a fast-paced basketball games.
Oh yeah, FACS the last few years have been run up and down. But Sacred Heart has come on lately, and they've been building up to this run that they're on. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of offense. And then you mentioned Harding Academy. My good friend.
Well, the game's at Harding Academy.
Oh, it's at Harding, but it's Harding.
Harding's out.
They're out. Oh, so yeah, so I guess like when you get over there, it's gonna be a lot of great basketball. We got a centralized location. So hey, but where is the regionals gonna be? Is it once they're gonna move up to Jackson, or it's gonna be towards this way?
This is actually the regional part right now.
Okay. So yeah, so basically, so it's on the Memphis side. So hey, it's no excuse not to go out there and see some great basketball. High level kids are out there. Just because it's a single A, you might see some of your best action on the court right there.
And then the 3rd place and the championship for the boys game will be this weekend as well on Saturday.
Okay.
So definitely go out and watch some Division II basketball if you get a chance.
And how the format works out is very important. That both games, you want 3rd place, so you don't have to play the top seed on the other side and break you off. You want to win, and I think sometimes the 2 seed gets a home game. They don't. It rotates out of the 3 sides every year. So that Saturday night is very important in both games.
Absolutely. Then for Region 15 4A, we get the 5 seed Collierville. Those games are tomorrow at the higher seed first, and then the winners of those games advance to Saturday. And they would play those region games district tournament, at Collierville. So 5 seed Collierville Dragons, Sean Taggart, who's doing a heck of a job. Last year took over for Cedric Henderson throughout the year. And now this is his first year under his belt, getting the 5 seed for a Dragon program that was kind of rebuilding a little bit from last year's program. Yeah. But they play at Cordova, KJ Tanner and company. And as Coach Case told us last week, don't forget about the Cordova Wolves.
Yeah.
But they get the 4 seed. So the winner of that game plays Bartlett on Saturday at 6 o'clock at Collierville. What do you see in that one?
Well, it's do or die if you're playing Thursday, because those are playing games. So you at the satellite site, you got the home court advantage, and it's at Cordova. I won't have to get the edge to Cordova with home court. And like you said, Collierville's made tremendous strides. They were at state a couple years ago, then went through a transition last year, going through a transition now. But can they pull off an upset? They do have the talent and the coaching experience, because we know Mr. Taggart, he played on high-level basketball, so he can get them focused for this game. So I would pick Cordova, but it could be anyone's game. Then you have to go meet those mighty, mighty Panthers.
Yeah. 6 seed, a rematch of the other night. Southwind playing at Germantown, the 3 seed. First of all, I want to give, before I bring that game up, let's give a lot of teams a lot of credit last week about playing like 5 games in 6 days, because due to the ice storm, congratulations to all the players.
You exaggerate a little bit. They played 4 games, but yeah,
they played 5.
Yeah, they played like an NBA type schedule. But they're healthy 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds. So as an old 40-year-old sitting here, I'm sure their knees can handle all that running up and down the court. But kudos to them for getting all the schedule in so we have proper seating.
Yeah, 6 seed Southwind at Germantown, the 3 seed on Thursday night. rematch on Monday where Germantown won in overtime by 2, I believe. You know, Paul Edwards over at Southwind Jaguars is definitely one of the top coaches in the area.
Yeah.
He always gets the Southwind Jaguars, up to par, ready for the postseason, whatnot. Good luck to Jaguars as they face Anthony Medlock and company in the Germantown Red Hills at Germantown.
Yeah.
Tough place to play at. I think it's a toss-up game.
Yeah, it is. Don't let that 3 seed and that 6 seed fool you. Like I said, they just went to overtime against each other. So that's a toss-up game as well. So who's going to be heading over to Collierville? Hey, winners of these 2 games are in regionals. So they're very important. So it's anybody's game.
And then Arlington, the 7 seed, at the 2 seed Houston on Thursday. Those 2 winners of those 2 games that we just brought up would face each other on Saturday night at 7:30 at Collierville.
So yeah, hey, it's one of the best leagues in the state of Tennessee, and I think they're going to go out and improve why.
Yeah, the Monday's the consolation and Tuesday's the championship on the boys' side for that district tournament. District 15 3A coverage area, you got Thursday night, you get the 4 seed Bolton playing the 5 seed Millington. That game could really go either way, in my opinion, just because Millington, and Bolton just played it down to the wire basketball game just the other night.
Twice. Bolton has won on last-second shots. The Millington is winless in their league, but ask Craigmont, ask all those teams, is Millington a good team? Like I said, they could be the Bolton of last year. They win this game, it could spark a special run for Coach Joel Gates and his team. And I'll throw this caveat in there. The game could be played at Millington, although they're the lower seed, because the roof issues over at Bolton. So we're expecting thunderstorms over the next few hours. So it could be leaking over there. So you could be watching that game at Millington Central High School.
But good luck to Coach Coleman and the Bolton Wildcats in that one as well. And then they'll play Saturday. The 1 seed the 2 seed Raleigh Joe Washington and company playing 3 seed Craigmont. A rivalry game in that one. Winner plays Fayette Ware. The winner of the Millington Bolton game plays Fayette Ware. I'm sorry.
Yes.
But Raleigh's and Craigmont rivalry game at Saturday at Fayette Ware could go either way.
And don't ask me to pick that game. I'm a Pharaoh, so I'm biased.
Absolutely. So now we got Region 14 3A real quick. Covington 67, Brighton 55. Just happened the other night. Good season for Coach Gouton and company, but I think they just ran into a more experienced Covington Chargers basketball team.
Yeah, it's a year of taking a step forward for those Cardinals. A couple senior guards and Mr. Terry, Mr. Nick Moore, who played their behinds off all season. But sometimes you gotta have some height, you gotta have some size, especially in that league.
Hey, now we got 2 seed Mufford Cougars, Jordan Bell, just to name a player for Mufford, playing the 3 seed Ripley at Haywood as well.
Jaden Lee is the key for Mumford. He's the point guard sophomore. How good he is going to determine how far they go.
Good luck to Coach Buford and the Mufford Cougars in that one. So girls games real quick. 15 4A, we got Germantown at Collierville, and then Southwind at Houston. Southwind at Houston, John Morant's sister.
Oh, okay, you're about to break some news there.
I'm sorry, guys. John Morant's
She's
sister,
already playing?
Yeah. John Morant's sister is doing pretty well for them as of late. Justin Lewis has the girls clicking on all cylinders. Mm-hmm. That could be an interesting matchup going into the Saturday's game if Houston wins against Southwind, because Houston would have a rematch with Arlington, who basically beat Arlington a couple weeks ago at home.
So my first thought is 2 good teams are going to go home, and their season's going to be over with, which is just horrible. But hey, that's the nature of February frenzy. And then once those 4 quality teams are there, it's anybody's ball game. Bartlett is your favorite. Arlington is a solid number 2, but they both been scared by all the other teams, so it's toss-ups.
And then Bartlett will play the winner of Germantown and Collierville at 3 p.m. Arlington will play the winner at 4:30 of the Southwind and Houston game. And then a game 15-3A, Craigmont versus Millington. And then Fayette Ware versus Bolton for their league.
Yeah, and it's the good 2-3 matchup with Millington and Craigmont. They split during the regular season. Anybody's ball game, but you want to get that 2 seed so you can host in regional. So it's a very crucial game. And Fayette Ware, they seem to be the class of that league over there for the young ladies. So we shall see.
Yeah, Coach Smith has done a great job, especially when they lost 2 players.
They lost 3 players.
Yeah.
To rebuild like that, hey, that shows she knows what she's doing.
So good luck to all area teams. I don't know where I'll be at yet this weekend, More likely I could be at Collierville.
I'll be at the warehouse.
Oh, at the Fayette Warehouse, huh?
Everybody knew what I was talking about. The warehouse. So yes.
But yeah, good luck to other teams out there as well. Come support the kids. They definitely would like, some people to go out and watch them play basketball. And buy some concessions while you're at it. And if anybody sees us out in public, come by and say hello, I guess. That's what I take for this week.
Whew, finally get to put this away. Man, being a sports editor is bit. Get my basketball. Wait, what do we have? Not yet. Not yet.